Yeah.
Oh my,
Wow.
Wow. I did read your chapter again, though.
Yeah, it's
did you? Thank you.
I'd like to have met Virginia.
Pardon?
I would like to have met Virginia.
Oh, hey, she was really a godsend to me. She
Yeah.
was tough and fun. She had every wonderful thing about her that she became a very close friend of mine. I hated to
Oh.
see her when go, but
Oh, how
she
lucky
was
you
a
were.
great teacher, but she was pretty tough and almost too tough for me. For a teacher, I took that one psychology class from her, but I didn't want to continue. I wanted to continue on with her as a friend, but not as a teacher, because she was tough. She was too tough for me. She said, "Oh, Jane, you'll never get this," and I think, "Oh my Lord." I don't know if I will, Virginia. I think you see better than I do. But I thought I've got to have another chance. Taking it from, and then I took it from Felix Klein's wife, Janice.
oh wow.
And she's a gentle, sweet soul that was easier to take as a teacher.
Mm.
And I could relax a little bit more learning.
Wow.
Yeah, I knew her too. Was you ever in their office on across from Central Park?
Um, no, yes, I was. We went there one time. Yes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Roger Rubin was in that building, I think,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Mm.
So we're already on the questions. We're doing this one backwards. That's cool. But
We'll let you
it's like
do your
so
thing.
you were learning from Felix Klein's wife in New York City was
Yes.
because you were living you were living there or
No, I lived
Okay.
in Seattle, in the Seattle area in
okay.
Washington. But so I took it all online.
Okay.
And
So,
it was a correspondence course. So she would
okay.
send me the lessons
I
in the
got
mail. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
year? What year was that?
Oh boy. I cannot say for sure, but I'm thinking it was in the early 90s.
Okay.
Mm.
How about you, Carl? Did you take from him too?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Probably around a little after that. I started with IGAS in Chicago in
Oh.
1970.
Wow. Did you get their highest honor? I did.
What
I
was
got kicked
that?
out.
What was
I
it? I
got
must
kicked
have.
out for affiliating with Felix Klein and Roger.
Oh,
Wow.
that was a good reason to fall out.
Yeah.
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 Welcome, Judy. We're I've already started recording and we've kind of started in reverse. We've been asking questions before Jane has been able to tell her story. It's also interesting. So I'll just kind of introduce Jane O'Brien needs no introduction.
Oh,
Her story is told. She told her story in The Power of the Pen in her essay. And I'm kind of assuming you're going to kind of relate it basically and then be open to questions. I guess yeah.
that's right.
The two interesting things to me, I don't know if it's in there, but she was her their business, her husband and her business was instrumental in the early years of the Meals on Wheels in improving how things were done. And the other part is that she came to graphology later in life. And that's what's really interesting to me because I was like a I was I was a teenage nerd when I came to graphology. So it's fascinating to
Wow.
me. Yeah, I was like in the 9th grade. I took the grapho analysis. What was that? 8 basic steps and then moved like that. but
Wow.
it's fascinating that, you know, just coming from without any kind of basic, you know, like kind of like just coming into it and then getting so in discovering how incredible it is. And then that I just find that really cool because I always felt like, you know, if I hadn't learned about it when I was such a young squirt, I would have been passionate about it at this age. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, Jane, go ahead.
Well, thank you. And that is what my chapter was about, is I became so passionate about it just from being at one party where the only person that knew any of us was the host of the party. And I forget how many people were there, but
Mhm.
there was one person there that said, well, I can introduce you to each other, even though I don't know any of you. And so all you're going to have to do is sit down and write me a sample of your handwriting, and I'll introduce you to each other. And so we thought, well, this is interesting. So we all sat, and she had us write a short paragraph and sign it. So we did that. And so then she took us one by one and introduced us through our handwriting. And I mean, I was aghast. I really was aghast because, I mean, she nailed it for each of us. And she made a comment to me, you ought to study this someday. I think you have some of the characteristics that would be wonderful for this type of study. Well, it was 10 years later when I finally found Virginia Ryder, and serendipity, that I was looking up, what's the definition? It's the occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. And I thought it was serendipity that drew me to Virginia, because that 10 years before, I had asked the lady, and I don't know her name now, that did that first analysis that I heard, that said, you know, some people use this for personality assessment. Some people use it, they study, it's a different thing, but they study document examination, and they go to court and verify whether handwriting is legitimate or not. And I thought, well, I'm more interested in the personality. And so when I searched through many colleges and junior colleges, night classes, I could not find a class that taught graphology. And so I thought, well, I wonder if I could call a lawyer's office. You know, someone might be a document examiner as well as a graphologist. And the day I called, it was just by chance, I called this office, and he said, I today got an advertisement from a Virginia writer who is a document examiner, but she also offers classes in graphology. I said, I cannot believe it. And so anyway, he gave me the number, and I called Virginia, and she said, I'm just starting a new class on graphology. Would you like to join? And it was about 60 miles away from here. I said, yes, definitely. I would love to. Now, by that time, we had already gone through a lifetime of that business where we created the frozen meals for the Meals on Wheels program, and had made many millions of meals for the senior programs. And I was about to retire, but also my 4 boys had already gone through college. So I could concentrate on something I was interested in and have time for it. I was just enthralled to find that class. And so I went and started learning graphology on this with the psychogram. And really, I think it was a challenge for me because of the toughness of the teacher. She was really tough. But that was a hard course, and I had to study really hard to understand it. But knowing Virginia became such a godsend for me, because she had been in this field for a while, and she belonged to AHAF and AHA. And she invited me to come along with her to go to different conferences. And I told in this this story of my graphology story that one of them was, I think it was in Denver, where I heard the story of Felix Klein. He told it himself. And I thought, oh my gosh, I just can't believe that story where he was in Dachau. And it was graphology, he felt, that saved his life. It was toward the end of the Second World War, and he was asked to come. I think, how many of you know this story? You probably all know it, but he was asked to give one of the guards asked who knows graphology here, and he had studied it since he was 13 years old. And he raised his hand. He almost thought he'd get shot if he said he did, but he did. And it was a very cold time in that prison cell, and the guard brought him in a warm office to study his handwriting. He said he stretched that as long as he could and had a cup of coffee, and he said it was so wonderful. So finally he had to answer the question the man wanted to know was, will I be a good Nazi soldier? And he said, no, you won't. And he kind of roughed him up, and he said, what do you mean by that? He said, you have too much of a heart and a love of the human being that this must be very painful for you to have to treat other human beings the way you're treating us. And so he kind of roughed him up and took him back to his cell. And then the next day, his name was called out, and he thought, this is it. I'm going to get shot. And the man had, on the end of his bayonet, had a cheese sandwich, and he shared it with his roommates, whoever they were in that office. And shortly after the war ended, so that saved him. But that story and the way he told it, and he said, and his gentleness with what you see in a person's writing is who they are. Be kind. What you see, be kind in what you have to say to that person. And so I thought, this is the kind of study I love. This is just beautiful. With that, then I took like I say, the psychogram course from Virginia. And I think what is her name? Oh my gosh, I can't think of her name. I haven't seen her at a meeting lately, but it was her course. Ellen Bowers. Ellen Bowers offered the psychogram course, and Virginia was one of her teachers in this area. And so then after going to all these different conferences and learning graphology through the psychogram and studying it with all my heart, first psychogram course. And then I thought, to save my friendship with Virginia, I have to take a course from someone that teaches it a little bit differently than she does. So I'm a fraidy cat or something, because she could get so rough. When I did something wrong, it was just, I thought, oh my Lord, I'll never learn this, And so I think I needed more encouragement than that type of teacher. We all need something from somebody, I guess. So then I got in contact with Felix Klein. I had died by then. And so I got in touch with his wife, who was still teaching his course. And so I went through the beginning, intermediate, and certified. I finally got certified through them. And what a study. It's just a wonderful study. And so also I joined AHAF and AHA, and I have been the treasurer of AHA since 2007. I can't find someone to take my place. I really don't want to. I mean, I'm glad to do this, and it's not that hard. But so I appreciate now that we get to meet online at these Zoom meetings, because I think it had gotten so it was really quite expensive to be able to travel to the conventions. and
Mm.
not everyone could come because of that. I think this is an opportunity for all of us if we just have a computer and a Zoom and
Mm.
can get on Zoom. So
Mm.
I'm grateful for that, and for all the people that make it's volunteer. For most part, it is volunteer, and
Mm.
how wonderful that it is so successful. Um, and you're in England, right? Are you in
Yes,
England?
yes.
Yes. And so do you have the same thing going there with
Um,
Zoom classes or?
yes, yes. A lot of it is on Zoom now. We have study groups and seminars and, you know, things like that. So yes, we do. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I went to one of the conferences I went with Virginia was to England. I went to
Ah.
the British uh, and oh my goodness,
Oh,
I
lovely.
felt like they were way ahead of us just in the language. It was so professional. It was so wonderful. And so I
Mm.
was glad to have that. And for a while I was receiving some of their booklets that came out every quarter.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and so I still have those, and I look through them and I think, oh my goodness, it was so well understood. I felt like ahead of us in America, but I don't know now how it's going.
Was that in Oxford or
It
Cambridge?
it wasn't. We did go to Oxford and
Yeah.
Cambridge, but I think it was right in England itself. It was the British Graphological Society,
Oh,
or
in
I don't know if
London.
that was the title.
Yeah,
It's been
yes.
so long ago.
The
Oh, right.
British
But
Institute of Graphology, was that it?
British
I'm
Because that's
sorry I
Institute.
couldn't hear that.
Yes.
that's the organization that Anne is in, the
Yeah.
British Institute of
Yeah,
Graphology.
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Your story seems so interesting, and I wonder if you ever give presentations in America on Zoom or whatever.
I'd love to. I haven't as
Would
yet.
you?
It's all very new
Okay,
to me.
We're
we've got to
hoping
keep
that
that in
she'll
mind.
come.
Yeah.
We're hoping that she'll be in the next AHA conference in September.
Oh, good.
Yes. Thank
Oh,
Yeah.
you.
that will
Yes.
be just excellent.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you have such a wonderful story. So yeah, I was going to tell you, when I was in I studied to be in business first, and then I switched over to education because I thought if I ever have children, I'll have the same vacations. I can, so I think it would work out easier. So I ended up with an education degree, and then ended up teaching for a while. Then I had 4 children, and I thought I've got my class right at home. And so then when they got back in school, then I did some substituting for a while. And then my husband needed help so desperately in the business end of our business. And I had some background that I could help him. So as it turned out, I ended up a CFO of airline catering company, which made the meals for the Meals on Wheels programs. So I was able to use all my education really well and enjoyed it. But one of the definitions that I always loved was the definition of personality by, I don't know if it was Alport or what, but I have that. And can I share it by just pushing share and going to my my desktop there and bring it up? Does anyone know?
Do
Let me,
you see share on your menu at the bottom? It should be
yes.
anyone can do it. Then you just
Oh, good.
select that, and
All right.
Share screen.
if you first open up the app, then you'll see it in a little window that you can select when you open the share, that share
Okay.
menu.
Share options, share sound, optimize for video,
Okay.
share Zoom windows.
Open the app that you're wanting to share first. Open it on your computer.
Oh,
And
Okay,
then,
so should I close this
yeah,
first?
close that. And that way
Okay.
you'll see it when you open that menu. Okay, so
Okay, good,
open
good,
the app
good.
and then go back to open that little share that has the arrow pointing up.
All right.
And
Now
then
let's
you'll
see, here it
see
is.
it. You'll be able to see it has like a little window. And you select the window where the app is open.
Okay, now I am at the personality, definition of personality now. Do I go to Zoom again?
Yeah, go back to the Zoom menu. Go back to the Zoom
Yes.
page. Open up and then go down to the bottom where it shows share. You know, where you had the little arrow
Oh yeah,
point.
share. Okay.
Then open that. Open that up and then you'll see the
Now should I push documents now?
select the window that has where the app is open. Can you see where your app was? It in
Let's see.
it'll show a window that has your app.
Ah, yes.
See, that's the easiest way.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Now I don't know
Okay.
what's happening here. Oh, I should have tried this before with you, but I don't know how.
That's okay.
I can see all your faces, but
Right.
and it says
Huh.
Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't get the right window. Just close the stop sharing. Select where it says up there to stop sharing.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, now
Yeah,
you
that's
got it.
Yeah,
Whoa,
that's it.
now you can see it. Oh,
Yeah,
thank
Yeah.
you. I don't know how I got here, but here we are.
that's okay.
Okay, personality, a dynamic organization of psychophysical systems which create characteristic patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behavior. So the breakdown of this is it's dynamic. So we are complex. A person, it's complex, not simple.
Mm.
And it's an organization. It's put together in a certain way of psychophysical. So it's both psychological and physical elements to make up our uniqueness. System, there is a group of interrelated, interacting, or interdependent constituents forming a complex whole. Characteristic, its distinctive or distinguishing attributes, and patterns, an archetype, model, an original form, a design of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. So I said, we are what we are, what we are. We are not meant to be any other. How wonderful it is. So we can forgive and accept ourselves for our weaknesses and our strengths. The importance of being grateful for who we are and using what we are to the best of our ability is profound.
Mm.
So
That
it
I
is,
think that is Gordon Allport, Jane.
I think it is
That
too.
looks like Gordon Allport's definition. Yeah.
And
Mm.
I loved that because it just absolutely captures our uniqueness.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We
Mm.
are definitely unique. And so I thought that's what we find in the handwriting too. It
Yeah.
is, we find that personality,
Mm.
that uniqueness
Mm.
of the person that's handwriting that we are examining. And I thought that is just, it is so wonderful. So I just thought I'd share that definition that
Yeah.
has stayed with me ever since a psychology class at Seattle U many years ago. Over 60 years ago. So, okay. So now how do I get out of that?
There's you'll see like a little at the top of the page, I think it says sharing, and then it has like a little red bar. It's a little bar across the top, and
Stop
it'll
share. I see
say
it.
stop sharing.
There
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Lovely.
anyway, I wanted to share that with you because it kind of is my basis of why I am so attracted to graphology.
Mhm.
And it has, like I say, it has become a real passion. And also, and I tell this, that as much as I loved Virginia and didn't take her second class, I remained her friend, but she invited me to go. She gave a graphology courses or talks on a 3-week Mediterranean cruise. And she said, I can bring a friend along.
Oh
And
my.
I happened to be the friend. So, I mean, it was so wonderful to have that
Mm,
experience, that trip, but to
mm,
see her talking about graphology to people from all over the world
mm.
that were so excited about it, just like I was. And
Mhm.
she gave a pig test. How many of you know the pig test, the pig
No,
drawing? Oh,
no.
she said, okay. I gave everyone pencil and paper, draw a pig. That's the only thing you tell them, draw a pig. And so people sat down and drew a pig. And there's a regular um, explanation of what it all means, whether it's facing left or facing right, whether you chose to put it in the upper or the lower part of your paper. It's all symbolic. Whether the eyes are wide open and the ears are up, or
Huh.
and so the people had such a good time with that, and so did she. But it seems simple, but it's really serious. It is kind of a
Yeah.
basis of the
Oh.
same thing we're doing: left, right, up, down,
Mhm.
small, big,
Great.
where it
Great.
is.
I think Rachel had a picture of a pig. Is that your pic? Did you do that?
Yes, yes.
Here's
Ah,
a sample
Now,
of the pig test.
wow.
is that what you drew, Rachel, when you took that test?
No, no, I didn't take a test. I just draw randomly whatever comes, and it was just by coincidence
Oh my gosh. Well, that is wonderful.
because
Um,
I do.
Oh wow.
oh, isn't that sweet? Let me
So
see.
yeah. So I draw envelopes, and I said I found this morning, so I said I'll just put it at the back of,
Hmm.
Oh, that's
and I send it to
wonderful.
my friend.
Yeah.
It just
Very
random.
cute. Yeah.
Jane, can I ask you
Anyway,
a question?
okay.
The pig test is fabulous. I know that Val does a great lecture on the pig test. And I'd like Val, our own Val Wheel. She's got a pig lecture and a tree lecture.
Oh,
Oh.
And
wow.
Oh,
I don't know if you've heard of the
Yes.
umbrella lecture. The umbrella is another
No.
one to ask people
oh.
to do. I don't think I've heard you say the last name of Virginia. I don't know who she is.
Virginia Ryder, Rider. And
Never
she
heard of
was
her.
from Renton, Washington. She probably was in Yakima, Washington when she first started this. And I never did ask her how she got interested, but she was a clinical um, chemist, and she was a psychologist. So she had such a wonderful background, and she was a no nonsense person. Uh, not light and fluffy. And maybe that's why she liked me, because I am not the same way, but I sure appreciated who she was, and she knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was a great person.
Thank you.
So
I never
anyway,
heard of her.
in my article, I was embarrassed when I finally got our book, The Power of the Pen, and I thought everyone showed handwriting, and all I did was tell a story. And I thought, this is embarrassing. I should have shown some handwriting. I did talk about probably the most interesting experience I had was a friend of mine that I hike with. It was 80-year-old lady in 2020. And she said, Jane, she said, I was telling my daughters about you and your handwriting analysis. And she said, for a gift for them, I would like to have you do my handwriting analysis plus my 4 daughters. So there were 5 handwriting analysis, and it took me about a half year to get all this done because some of them felt a little intimidated about doing it, for one thing. So I thought maybe I'd share some of their script with you and you can talk about it. And if you'd like me to, I'd read one of the, I don't think we'd have more time to read one of the analysis that I did, or I could read a couple of them. Oh, here we are sharing again. So some of the samples were 3 pages. So I think probably the best is to show the last page where they put their signature.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the mother. Here we go. So first I have to open up.
Yeah, open
Um,
up the app that is it like a PDF or a
Let's see, it's a
photo?
scan.
A scan.
It's a
Okay.
scan.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
open that
it's-
up and
Okay.
then go to
I'll do
the
Marlene.
Yeah.
Marlene, I'm going to start with her first page and then show you the second page after
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's opened
So
up.
now you can go to the menu, go back to the Zoom page where all the faces are. and
Yeah, go to
Go to the
share.
bottom menu where it says share. Yeah, and open that up.
Yeah. Okay.
And you should be able to
And
see
then,
the thing that has the handwriting, like it'll be a little window in that pop-up.
I forget where I found that.
Yeah.
Was it on documents?
Um,
No.
it has its own window.
Oh, where I have the,
Where you
oh,
yeah.
where it says Zoom?
No, Zoom is the one that we're on. It'll
Oh,
be
application windows?
yes, it'll
Application
be one
windows?
of the application. It may be the application window at least.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, see if you can open it there.
There do you see it?
There it is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the mother who is, her name is Marlene, and she's 80 years old.
Right.
Interesting.
Very busy lady.
Very busy. Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Very
busy.
strong right slant. Mm.
Yep. Do you want to see her last page where you can
Yeah.
see her signature?
I think you
Yes.
can move. Yeah.
Or is this enough for right now? Okay. So then I have to go to. Okay, there's her signature.
Oh, okay.
Marlene, what's her last name? there?
Mm.
Strand.
Strands. Stranz. And
Strand.
what stands out to you?
I saw some interesting the letter M right at the in between the humps, the on the downstroke off the first hump. It's more of a, instead of being a little spike before it comes back up, it's got a little loop in it.
A loop. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
It's considered worry loops.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I think
She's
she
got
is
a lot of
warrior.
energy. She has a lot
Lot-
of energy in the lower zones for being 80 years old.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
pretty-
She
she's pretty-
does.
She's
What do you think about her? What about her T? With the loop
you
T?
mean that she
Mm.
goes back to the T in her goes
Oh,
Oh
cross.
yeah, that was,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the
understood.
loop in the stem. Yeah.
yeah. So
Uh,
there's a sensitivity there to
Yeah.
her
Sensitive. Mm.
her
Sure.
performance. You ought to
Yeah.
see her garden. Oh my gosh, she is, oh
Wow.
she has the most beautiful gardens you've ever seen. I don't know how she does it. And her house is, it's so beautiful, beautifully designed, decorated. The pictures on the wall, everything that she does has a beauty to it. She was a first grade teacher, no, third grade teacher, I think she was. So she taught cursive handwriting back in those
Oh.
days, and
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but she is a really fun person. When you see her handwriting, would you like to hear her what I wrote to on her I don't know if you want to see the daughters first or
Sure.
here. I was going to
No,
start with
talk
Go
about it.
ahead. Yeah.
with her analysis.
Yeah.
Her analysis. I start a lot of mine telling about graphology, about
Mhm.
how it shows what's going on. But then
Right.
I said, on viewing the 2 pages of writing you sent to me for analysis, my first impression is seeing a very outgoing, busy person who is friendly, optimistic, agreeable, with strong sympathies for her fellow man. You have a progressive outlook and look forward to the future. Practical and everyday concerns in physical activity are more important to you than speculating on the why and wherefore of a situation. You can set very high goals with courage, or simply doing your job well and going about your own business, which is enough for you. Enjoyment of a variety of people from all walks of life is evident in your handwriting. You would not want to limit options on anything. Lucky those children who you taught for many of your years. Your restless spirit gives a quality of being a cheerleader for others. Many interests arouse your imagination and you want to do it all. This is typical of a physical, central person who appreciates not only pleasure, enjoyment, and things that money can buy, but also desires of refinement like reading, plays, and cultural affairs. You will go to great lengths to achieve what you need, and you will take initiative to get things started. The ability to start many projects on your own gives the likelihood of an inner drive to put new ideas into action. When you see a chance for action, you move. I can verify that you may go so far as Fox Island to get the best bargain or most unique item to purchase, because I went on a trip with her and we went a long way to get there. It won't bother you to spend the $5 on gas to save a few dollars on that special piece of clothing. Variety and change
Wow.
are important prerequisites for any undertaking. You may become bored with routine. She travels all the time. They go on wonderful trips. This may be the challenge for you during this stay-at-home directive to avoid coronavirus. Travel will satisfy your desire for variety, change, and wanderlust. Bringing lessons from the past to the present day realities for integration is seen in your handwriting. In your mind's eye, you can see new and novel ways to take advantage of past experiences for the benefit of your life today. You can look at the past with reality and review your experiences with honesty. Take what you like and leave the rest. This quality makes it unlikely to repeat those things in life that have harmed. The prominence of physical restlessness shows in your script. You want to be where things are happening and you need to be on the go. Wanting to feel that you have tried everything at least once in your lifetime seems to be on your bucket list. Few people can keep up with being constantly busy at many things. Overdoing in activity can cause one to lose concentration and objectivity. Indicators of emotional confusion and conflict are in evidence at this time. You want to be regarded by others. You want to be seen as cooperative, reliant, and dependable. In your script are signs that your emotional needs are not always met. You may fool yourselves and others with feelings of self-confidence. However, signs show that you may monitor yourself from feelings of being judged. There is a wavering of your confidence. Signs of being easily offended or disturbed by real or imagined criticism are in evidence. Your feelings are easily hurt, and it takes little to get under your skin. This puts you on the defense, although it is hard to admit this even to yourself. You are not incapable of coming back with sarcasm or stinging comments when pushed to impatience. Your sensitivity comes from the imagination and causes worry. You may be misled by your own embellishments of things you see and words you hear. These feelings may break confidence and may be related to the past. In an unconscious process, you were able to force painful memories, ideas, and thoughts to a place you are not willing to deal with at this time. Are you able and willing to talk about your thoughts and feelings? Signs of reticence are seen in your sample of writing. You will talk when you want to, but where deep and personal feelings are concerned, you are quiet and reserved. Added to the many wonderful qualities mentioned above, you are a genuine, outgoing, responsive, and a fun, lively person who is the same in public as you are in the private world. And you can tell Larry that you give equal value to him as you give to yourself, and sometimes more. I am grateful for this opportunity to get to know you in this very special way and have the opportunity you have given me to know your family too. If you'd like to make comments or hear more, please give me a call or let me know. Yours respectfully, Jane O'Brien.
That's perfectly expressed.
That's cool, Jane.
That's
Just-
amazing. You have pushed diplomacy to an art form, my dear.
I
And
think so.
so well done. I want to know if she followed up with any of that.
She I'll tell you what, she had all 4 girls wanting to see if I would go on a Zoom meeting with them and let me get to see them and know them. I'd never met them before. And so we did. We met on a Zoom meeting. They did not, I did not bring up anything that I found in the handwriting about them. I let them talk about, teach me about themselves and what they do in life. And it was a wonderful study. It truly was a wonderful study. So that is Marlene.
Yeah.
Okay, now, if you would like to see, I'll show you
Jane,
the youngest
it's-
child is
Jane,
go ahead.
it's Cindy. I just want to say one thing. Ruth's right about the diplomacy. I like the way where you were talking about something that about I think that she could be critical or something, but you said you're not incapable of it. Instead of saying you are critical of people, you're not incapable of being critical of people.
Yeah. You know what? She was married to a police officer and had those 3 little girls. They're all about a year apart. Those 3 little girls, and he abandoned all of them. He left. And left her. She had a job teaching and had those 3 little girls. I said, "Oh my gosh, how did you do it?" She said her mother helped her, and she said somehow I got through it. She said, "I'm sure it wasn't fun for those little girls because I was a nervous wreck," and I'm sure she was. But she ended up meeting Larry. And I don't know how many years later that was. It was not very long after he left them, I guess. But Larry adopted all 3 girls, and then they had the 4th girl, Wendy. And I can show you Wendy's.
Yeah.
I would like to show you Pam's.
Okay.
I'll just show you the 3rd sample of Pam.
Yeah.
This is Pam. Pam was let's see, what number did she was a 3rd child. She was 57 at the time of this. And I thought how creative she was. She wrote me to tell me about the bird that was outside of her window in this nest. And she made a little story about it. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is so nice. And creative. Instead of telling me about herself, she was telling me about the bird outside her window.
How old was she when she wrote this?
57.
This is a 57-year-old daughter of the Marlene.
She was the 3rd daughter. And so that was, she was the daughter after which the first husband left them. And Marlene's husband now, and they've been married a long time now, he was a principal of a grade school, a different grade school. So he was just thrilled to meet Marlene and her daughters. And he's a good-natured guy. He had to be, didn't he, to move into that family of women.
Mm.
Well, I think this is a
So-
great example of heredity gives the potential. So Marlene was smart, but this daughter is beyond her mother in terms of development. Heredity gives you the potential. The environment sets the direction. This girl survived and did beautifully. This is a great handwriting, and the behavior is a combination. This is a nice story here. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is. It's a beautiful writing. Now, I don't know if I can get, how can I get, Val, how do I get the pictures of our faces on the top instead of the right? Because I can't move that up and down.
You just drag it.
Yeah.
Drag it up.
Just
Oh,
Mhm.
good. Thank you. Okay, then she printed too. And this is her handwriting.
Right.
okay.
Mm.
You know what she does
What-
for employment or did?
Yes,
or activity?
what would you think?
Well, I
Do
hope
any of
she
you have an idea of what she might be?
writing, speaking, and research ability.
She has it. And she puts all that to use in her job. She
Hmm.
has her own business
Mm. Yeah.
She's
and
great.
Consulting.
she's an interior designer
I was gonna
and
say
very successful in Palm Desert. She does
Yeah.
high end and can make things. Marlene says she just makes them beautiful, but Marlene does that too, and she has a different personality, doesn't she?
Mm.
Well, she's much more detailed and focused than her mother. She
Yes.
has the energy, but she focuses it.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
does.
Mm.
Yes. I think going through what Marlene did, and also in her background, the mother, I think she came from maybe an alcoholic household. So there was disorder, but she got her degree and taught,
Yeah.
and she can make things so beautiful. But she is a more nervous person than this one is.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mm. Mm.
Isn't that
It-
beautiful? Really,
it shows-
I
It shows
Good.
how her mother really provided an environment of safety despite
Yeah.
everything.
Mm.
It's amazing.
right.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was allowed to be herself and be
Mhm.
comfortable
Yeah.
with herself, which her mother was not. Her mother always had
Right.
to prove herself.
Right. And she, her mother had a terrible relationship with her brother. They saw each other all the time, but they fought like cats and dogs. And I imagine the household, there was just too much that went on in that household. But she sure brought it around for these girls. And Larry they adored him. Okay, so that's Pamela. I'll show you, Wendy is the only child that was from Larry. He's the real father of Wendy.
That's very
Let's-
interesting. Her different kinds of handwriting. You know,
It is, isn't it?
that first one really shows her creativity, her originality. And then the others show, her ability to really get focused and research and it, they're all very they're different kind of aspects of her intellect, or of how she deals with
How she
process.
functions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here's Wendy, the youngest. If I can get that to open.
Mm.
Youngest of 4.
Ah.
And the only one that has the dad that that was her real dad, Larry.
That's the first husband.
The
The
first
second
sentence,
husband.
my
The
name is
second
Wendy and I'm
Larry's the second husband.
sorry. This is the second husband, yes.
Okay.
Mm.
I got a kick out of her talking about, let's see. I texted my mom to see where to send this. I prefer swipe when I text because it's quick. Hopefully she'll get back to me soon so I can get this in the mail and she'll get off my back. And then a happy face. I'm going to Ainsworth with my boyfriend. We're leaving now. She has a son that's 19 and 17.
Oh.
And then she says she hopes they don't let the dog in and mess up the house while she's gone.
Hmm.
She's
Now
more
she has,
fanciful. Yeah,
she's more, what is it?
fanciful. You know,
Fanciful.
she's more emotional and
Yes.
flighty than the
Yes.
others.
Yes.
She's very successful. She has an audiologist. She's an audiologist, and
Ah, interesting.
that is her job in
Ah.
Spokane, Washington.
Ah.
Ah.
Now I wrote to her, and I think she's the one that Marlene said it brought her to tears
Mm.
when she
Mm.
received this.
Hmm.
This is Wendy. She said, I said, to start, Wendy, you are a very intelligent person with an investigative and inquiring mind. You like efficiency and may get impatient if bombarded with a lot of extraneous details, as you
Yeah.
like to get down to the basics. Your curiosity leads you to finding reasons and solving problems. You are a self-starter and won't need a push to get going. Your thinking is measured and you likely consider consequences before acting. Through a variety of ways, you find answers. You have intuitive ways of knowing and very clever solutions in connecting ideas logically. You have potential for originality as well as expressing yourself in your own unique way. With excellent concentration skills and attention to details, you will not mind spending time by yourself and working on a project to its completion. Socially, your script shows a need for space to bring clarity. You start out putting your best foot forward and letting others know your position to keep things clear. Then you can move forward to focus on what you need to do. With your logical and orderly mind, you have a preference for keeping things clear. Directness is seen in your script. You will take a strong stand and hold firmly to your convictions. Others will know where you stand, but you are also capable of being diplomatic in dealing with others.
Yeah.
You're a good listener. There are signs that you like to feel popular, but your social circle likely consists of a carefully chosen few. The safety and security of the past brings you to turning to old friends and family for comfort and support. In evidence in your script is the likelihood that you are more intellectual than social. You would like to spend time concentrating on things that interest you. At this time, your sense of self-worth is not strong enough, though you want others to see you as more important than you feel. Your confidence level is changeable and causes unpredictability. Others may see you as friendly one minute and aloof the next. Ambivalence with this internal tug of war causes an underlying unsettled feeling. Emotional reserve is in evidence of your script. You have strong feelings, but do not easily express them. What with that bright mind of yours, your sense of humor may show up in a good wit. One way of coping with uncomfortable feelings is using sarcasm, which is seen in your script also. Signs are seen of troubling experiences you have encountered in the past that are too difficult for you to deal with at this time. At some time in your life, you have experienced feelings of rejection which affect your emotional responses today. You likely screen your emotional reactions through a fine mesh of logic, caution, and self-protection result. In handwriting analysis, your signature is your public image. It is how you want to be seen by others. In your sample of writing, your given name, Wendy, is larger and clearer than your family name. That speaks of your feelings for him, your husband or past husband at this time. Wendy, I'm grateful to get to know you through your handwriting. I find you to be a genuine, objective, enthusiastic, dependable, and energetic person with many blessings from which to enjoy a very successful life. With your bright mind and resourcefulness, you have every reason to go forward with good esteem and confidence. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Respectfully, Jane O'Brien.
Mm,
Beautifully put.
Yeah,
yeah.
This is
she's
kind of, oh, go ahead, Jane. Go.
she spends a lot of energy holding herself together while she's pushing herself forward.
Mm,
That's how I
Since
see it. Yeah.
since this writing, she divorced, and then
oh,
she was had gotten through a divorce, so it's probably right after. So that's a hard time in life.
Mm.
And then she did finally remarry, and seems to be happy with this new husband. And her
Mm.
kids are older, so now they have time to themselves.
This is kind of cool.
But she
Jane.
has
Oh,
smart connecting. Look at the
mhm,
in the right in the middle, it says I think about, but look at the I. She uses the dot of the I to connect to the N,
mhm.
and the T and H are connected.
yes, yeah.
Her T there looks like a little pressure from above, a pressure from authority. Maybe that was the mother's pressure to get the handwriting off to me.
Mm,
I
mm.
don't know.
This is cool, Jane, because the next 2 months, next month, Sheila will be talking about her chapter that's about a an analysis of, I think, a well-known sports person.
Oh,
I forget the name. But then the next month is I was just seeing Cynthia Crossan, Pens and Pups.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Pens and Pups.
I-
So it's like there's these different approaches to how to do an analysis in the next, and you've kind of started that off, this
Oh, good.
sharing these analyses here, you know, and then so I've been curious how Sheila kind of her process with doing analysis, and I know that the Pens and Pups, I mean, it's like extremely artistic and intuitive. What I'm very curious what Cynthia
Is she the
how
person that has
she,
the dogs that
Yes. The
yes.
yeah.
service dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
before we close, can I just show you this one other, I think it was Donnell, who was the oldest child.
Okay.
And I want you to see something and see what you think about this. And let's see. I have to bring that up.
We're impressed with your computer skill too.
Oh, yeah, thank you. No, I didn't do very well with that. Okay, here's Donnell. That's the one I wanted you to see. This is the oldest child.
oh, very like her mother's.
It was more like the mother's.
Yeah.
But look at those. Now she is okay, so she's the oldest child. So she went through
Mm.
that. Her father was the police officer that ended up abandoning this family. But look at that, like in her capital I, how that I always feel like that bottom part is the father part. Look at how that swings way up.
Yeah.
Maybe needing attention from the father. I don't know what that means.
It looks like he's
Like
far
on
away.
on the first line, I am. Look at the I.
Yeah.
Would say it shows the split between the mother and the father, and then repressing and variable feelings about him.
Right.
It's going back to the left. Is that usual with that formation of the capital I?
Yeah.
It's not a Danielian eye. It is the old fashioned, because she's older, isn't she? 40s or 50s?
She's 50, she's 58 when she wrote this.
And what's her name?
Her name is Donnell.
Donnell.
So she would have learned the earlier style of the making that personal pronoun I, where you're going, let's see, right to left.
Yes,
Thinking right? Yeah.
that's right. And I forget, Donnell had a job with the government in some type of study. And I'm not sure exactly what it is. They moved to Tennessee, I think, and she liked that. If I can bring up her signature, and I know at the time is almost gone here. I'll show you her signature.
Keep going. I'm loving it. We got time, Jane. It's fine.
My signatures. Yeah. Wow.
This is the oldest daughter.
This is the oldest daughter.
Okay. It really does.
It looks
similar.
like a lot of protection, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Need for protection.
Yes.
But it does look really similar to the mother of all
It does.
other children. Yeah. So interesting how, that you have this family to be to be looking at each of their handwriting like this. It really
It is.
interesting that you did an analysis like of the whole family.
It looks like there's a fine appreciation of things, of money, sex, the lower zone, that the great big bubbles there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she hugs and keeps going back to the mother side. She hugs the left. There's plenty more space on the right, so she's more stuck than the others, I think. They have a wonderful time together, I'll tell you that. Marlene and her husband took all of the 4 girls, their husbands and children on a cruise together, and I guess they just had the best time. She said that way they each had their own place and we didn't have to be together constantly.
There's that personal pronoun I again there in the I hope. And it really shows, that like it's a that tail that's there at that end on the left left side. It's like a separate stroke, like lifts the pen and adds the tail. Whereas that first loop is very firm. So, which, if I'm remembering right, one way of analyzing the personal pronoun I is like the self, that like being influenced by the mother or being influenced by the father, that the mother is like that first loop.
That's what I think.
See, so since she's going to the left, that's clearly formed, very influenced in terms of her self-image with the mother figure. And whereas that trailing off with the other part, it's almost like it doesn't insubstantial, like hardly any
well, her dad left, and she would have been old enough to know what was going on. She was what, 4?
Yeah,
probably.
I think with the father stroke so far away, she's just kind of distancing him. He's
Mhm.
out there like in the stratosphere, not anywhere close.
Yeah,
That's
Mm,
a good way of saying that, Judy.
mm.
amazing.
Is the last name is the last name Long?
Well, that might be her husband's name,
Okay,
but I
the,
don't know. I don't know her that last name.
the overwriting of the O is what she has to hide.
Right. It must have been pretty tough at 4 years old when, the father left the
Yeah.
family. What are we going to
Mm.
do with the things that she would hear and see at that time would be very, very hard.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm.
And her baseline
Mhm.
is, it's pretty straight.
Yes.
So she knows where she's going. I think the good thing is they were brought up by two teachers, principal and teacher, and so they were taught how to behave.
Mm.
It's important to learn. I think they all went through college, so they did well. You would like Marlene. She's bubbly and very busy,
Mm.
just like her handwriting.
Mm.
Thank you very much, all of you.
Oh,
There's an underlying sadness, isn't there, in that writing with Donnell, I feel.
uh-huh.
Yeah, she's trying so hard,
She
to
is.
stick to the straight line. and
Yeah.
Mhm.
what
Yeah.
she's
Right.
supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can just
Even that happy face. Do you see the happy face at the end of the line of experience?
Yes.
It's sort of
Not so happy.
yeah,
No, it's a bit flat,
it's
isn't it?
amazing.
if I drop this and I will do the visionary lecture, the
Yes.
creative typology, because in this family, in those 4 samples, we have the mother who is a versatile, productive creative. You have the empowered creative with Pam. You have the conflicted with, well, this is the conforming
Wendy.
creative that we're looking at, and the conflicted creative with the
Mhm.
third writing was it Wendy.
Mm.
So
Mm.
the whole family, they're all creative, but
Yeah.
approach
They
life
are.
differently. Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
this, Jane.
So
Mm.
Ruth, we should
Thank
get
you.
we should see when you can be sharing your essay, and maybe we can pull some of these samples. And-
Okay, well, I've got some in the lecture, but I have the lecture, so we will get to it.
Oh, that's right.
Um,
You'll let me know.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I felt really lucky to follow Barbara, who is as laid back and so easy
Mhm.
to listen to, and it just seems like it was effortless for her. I appreciated that.
Yeah. Well, you did fantastic, Jane. You explained
Fascinating.
everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a super thrill.
Yeah.
This
Mm.
was really a super thrill, Jane. Thank you
So
so
Jane,
much.
you can close if you finish there. You can go to the thing that says stop sharing, and then
Mm.
you'll see everybody's
Yes,
across.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Because
Hello, up
this
there.
You
is
So often
basically,
I think I love to see Val at our meetings. She is the best teacher of all. She
totally
is
agree,
so
totally
giving.
agree.
yeah.
And so knowledgeable and can explain things so well. You're a great teacher, Val. We're lucky to have you, and
We
you're
love
very
that, Jane.
generous.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Shana.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Head swelling.
But I think what you've said is, and Val is saying this all the time, you can know all the graphology in the world, but if you can't communicate it,
Yes.
it's the secret.
Yeah.
That's
And it
right.
is darkest under the candle.
Yep.
Mm, mm,
Thank you.
mm.
Thank you, Jane. This
Thank
was
you
Yes,
all.
thank you, Jane. It was
Thank
really
you
good.
so much.
Thank,
Yeah.
I'm glad. And I'm glad we're going to see more of you too, Anne.
Yeah.
Yes, hopefully.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, that
Good.
this is the
Thank-
advantage of having an early morning in the or a midday in the US.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's right.
you
What
can
time
see
is it where you are, Victor?
it's 8 p.m. We're
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Are you in,
I'm in
UK?
I'm in the UK right now.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
I know I keep people guessing.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Victor. This is so good of you to offer this to us.
Oh,
Mm,
well, it's
mm.
totally selfish on my part.
Good. That's we like it.
Yeah. So thanks, Jane. And so next month, yes, will be Sheila Lowe's. I forget the name of the chapter, but you can look at that. But Sheila Lowe will be talking about her chapter that's I'll just find it real quick since we're here. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock, it's dark.
Oh, the
Yeah.
analysis of the
it's
handwriting.
sunset. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Michael Ondaatje.
How do you say that?
I don't know. Ondaatje? I don't know.
Ondaatje? Yeah. For an analysis of his handwriting. So that's what I was meaning, Jane, that you were kind of introducing this this style. So we're going to get to talk about and the essay is, I think, like a model of an analysis.
Cool.
And I've always had questions. I wanted to kind of bend Sheila Lowe's ear on her methods or her ways of doing analysis. So,
Yes. She's very good at it.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you one and all.
Mm.
Thanks.
Thank
Victor.
you.
Thank
We
you,
got
Jane.
sunshine today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Thank you
Jane.
for the
you.
big test. Big
Yeah.
test.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Bill, thanks
Thank
for
you.
sending that.
I put that I put the pig test in the comments for everybody.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Only thing that I didn't have room for on the page, and I tried to squeeze it in, but you can ad lib, because you don't give that page out to anybody. You just read it to them. I had
Okay.
a large group of people where I couldn't do individual analysis, so I
Okay.
let them do their own. I asked them to draw the pig, and then I talked about it, and I told them, if your pig's over here, if your pig's facing this way, and they're looking at their neighbors, and they're giggling, and they're having
It's
a
so
great time.
fun.
Yeah.
It's a
The
lot
only-
of fun.
The only
Yeah.
thing that I couldn't fit on there is if they put eyelashes on the pig, then they're a little flirtatious.
And how do you interpret that?
Well, if they have eyelashes on their pig, you just tell them that they're a flirt. They can use their charms on the opposite sex.
So you guys can go to the chat menu, open it up, and you can download her document that she put in there.
Right.
Draw a pig. Just
Yeah.
yeah. While we have
So
it.
you just,
And
And I have that from one of your presentations. Thank you
And
very much.
I tell everybody, the principles of handwriting analysis are all the same. It's pen stroke on paper. So
Yeah.
we're looking at the pressure, we're looking at the direction, the movement, the forms. These are all the basic elements of handwriting. So whether they draw me a
Yep.
pig or they write me a story, I'm still getting the same kind of information.
Ah, lovely.
It's so cool.
Yep.
Can
And
I
I
send
love it
mine?
when
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll send it.
Okay.
Sorry, I
That's okay.
interrupted.
And Jane, if you didn't see it, Kathleen wrote a message for you in there that you write beautifully, Jane, and I really like your phraseology.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
In case you
Yeah.
didn't.
Jane, you
Yes.
write excellent reports. They're
Yeah.
so pleasant and uplifting.
Kind.
Well, it was nice to know Marlene and to get the opportunity to do her whole family. I could hardly believe it.
Yeah.
That was so sweet.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
They say you
Mm.
can be kind or you can be right, but it's always right to be kind. And your report show that.
That's a good one.
I
Yeah,
gotta
thank you.
That is
That's
a
it.
I'm
Ruth.
glad we're recording this. I want to remember that one.
Well, I have a book of those
That's right.
quotations.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
Mm.
You're so good with them too.
Mm.
My memory's
Thank you.
failing.
Well, I guess I'll turn off the recording and it's going to be